Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Happy Friday. I'm I'm starting a little later just to save my voice. Starting a bit later and ending a little later. Let's get you ready for the open. All right. Overnight inventory. This morning, overnight inventory is 100% long. Okay. All that means simply is all of the trading in the overnight session is above yesterday's close. What does that mean? It means we're looking for a move down to correct inventory. Once again, watching 71.50, we seem to have quite a solid bid there. We did a look above and fail of yesterday's high. They blew off some inventory, worked quite nicely. Hey Mike, how you doing? Gracias, Ramon. I'm sounding less and less like Brando every day, hopefully. But man, this cold, I've never had such a long time to get rid of a cold. Holy cow. Should have bought shares in Kleenex. It's crazy. Hey Moran, how you doing? Yeah, honestly, I haven't looked at NQ in a while. You know, all of these markets have broken out over their historical highs, which makes them a real pain to short. You know, you consider all the ES is under 7,100. There's just no reason to short it on a longer term basis. Hit and run shorts are fine. Yeah. Yesterday's profile was insane. You know, that's why I'm a big believer of making a couple of points here, a couple of points there. You can always do more trades, right? Yeah, tweet shorts are great if you're short and a tweet comes along. The only problem is when the tweet hits, a lot of people don't have the speed to execute those trades quickly. That's a problem. You know, that's really, really hard. You know, we don't have you don't have the technology to trade that quickly. And most people don't have the skill. So that creates a bit of a problem. Yeah, and even if you're fast enough, the slippage is insane. So, yeah. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Remember, the news came out once a day, not every 35 seconds. We are completely in a new world. Most definitely. Hey, well done, Christian. Beautiful. Alrighty, so what are we going to do? We're going to open inside yesterday's range. inside yesterday's cost basis and the upper end of yesterday's cost basis. Let's go take a look. Once again, the levels are working really, really nicely. You know, on that liquidation from 77 down to 54, nice little buy at 55, 56, up into the 60s. Not bad, you know. The levels are working. I gotta say I'm a bit short biased, but we had bids at 54. That bid has moved up to 62 now. So we gotta see where the bid's gonna be when the market opens. Yeah, I wonder the same thing too, TBD. Let's see what happens when we open. So inventory is long. I'm looking for shorts down to the bid. So in the old days, when we used to ride horses to work, this is how you do it. Market would open, and if it looked weak, you'd short it, right? You'd short it and you'd stay short until it found the bid. You know, finding the bid for retail traders, what that means is finding support. So once you found the bid, you cover your short, flip and go long. That's harder to do in a choppy market, but it's still possible. It'll open up in 6 minutes here. Let's see what happens. Always nice trades are, say, okay, you can see that there's a seller here, right? Seller, seller moves down, seller moves down. Okay. So the seller's moving down. What does that mean? That means they're lowering price. When sellers are lowering price, what that means for you is that's when the short's working. So say you were short 68, 67, you're bidding 65, 64. Right? You see these candles here? You see the bottom of these candles? That's where you would be anticipating to put some covering bids. That's where the bid was before. You see? I'll make this green. See? So if you were shorting, say you're short 68, using 69.70 as a stop, cover some at 65, and then go put some bids in around 64. Now, if you don't get filled down here, you can take the offer. See, how's this next candle? Watch, watch. Here we go. Will the bottom of this candle take this one? If it can't, that means the bid is there. This kind of trading is very simple. It's very, very simple trading. It's not, there's no complexity here. When you see sellers moving the offer lower, it's going to mean each candle top is going to be lower and lower and lower. Right? Look, see how simple it is? It's not easy, you got to practice. But do you see how much how much more simple this is than using a DOM and footprint charts and trying to figure out stuff that you'll never be able to figure out. The more complicated you make it, the less profitable you will be. Well, yeah, right. I mean, if they're lowering price, would you be Why would you buy a market where they're lowering price? Why would you short a market where they're raising price? Sometimes we just have to use a little bit of common sense. There's your bid. Boom. Where's the next stop if we break this? If we break 63, your next stop is at 61. So 71.60. Just where VWAP is. There will be buy orders here. They will front run VWAP unless there's a big seller. Now, why do you think it's a good price, S-Pill? Have the sell orders completed? You might think it's a good price, but if the sell orders keep coming in, you're going to get stopped out, right? That's why we like to look below and fail. Because the look below and fail comes underneath a level, the sell order is complete, and then the market rotates back up. That's why there's a business reason behind your trade. You thinking that it's a good price is not a business reason, right? And that's what a lot of people, if you can think like this and if you can reframe the way you think, you're going to have a much better time of it, you know? That's all it is. You just haven't been trained to think that way. Right? First, you got to be able to see a market. You got to be trained how to think. And then we train you how to execute. And that is, my friends, what we do at the Trading Syndicate. And I'm going to keep pushing this. Steve's having a 3-day. Come into the room for 3 days for free. We only charge $19 a month. Come and check it out. I promise you, you will learn more in a month that will actually make you money than in years in other rooms where people just spout nonsense. We have a good amount of inventory above us. Overnight inventory itself is long. So if I was trading this morning, I'd go, okay, you know what? 63 is bid. Right, they're front running VWAP. If I was shorting and selling this area, say I was shorting, my warning level would be 65. Right, say you're going and you're shorting this level here. Your warning level or your out is 65. If VWAP is at 60 half, go 60 and 3/4, 61 on the buy. Always try and front run, okay? Like I'm short 63.19. I've got a 62 bid in, filled on one, 61 and a quarter bid in, 3/4. No, so I took it. I flattened, right? Don't be afraid to get out of a trade and not make as much. Let's see where the sellers step in here. Short 64, covering 61. I'm actually trading just the micro. I'm flat. Watched it bounce up. That first trade I kind of did okay. I mean, I scratched the balance. When it went up to 66, hit it, came down. I hit the 64s and I covered down here in the 61s. Right? Quick trade. I'm short biased because inventory is long. Right? Inventory is long. You identify a seller and you sell next to the seller. And in the old days, we'd go, hey, you're selling 2 million shares for your client. do you mind if I sell alongside? The guy would go, F off, or yes, go ahead. Because you know that 2 million share order is going to push the market lower, right? So you need to sell alongside a size seller or sellers who are competing to lower price. That's when shorts work. Very simple. It's not rocket science. Someone's coming along and selling 2 million contracts. You sell next to them. How do you know that they're selling? Because each candle high is lower and lower and lower. Let's see if we can crack those 54s. We can crack the 54s. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got the stops in the wrong color here. Whoops. It's going to bid here a little bit. As you can see, the overnight low nowhere near the close yet. If you're looking to if you're looking to initiate a short, wait till it accepts underneath 53. Those of you who are doing the look below and fail of 54, you know there's going to be sellers at 57. So be aware. Keep your head up. See where the bid comes in. There's that 57 seller just as expected. Hey Raj, let it chop here. See how the offer is just creeping higher? They're trying to suck more people into buying, right? Give it some time. Now we know where they're going to sell. They sold 58s. Wait for the next candle now. If this candle takes out the 53s, there'll still be a few bids. We need to take those out. There we go. Short 53, covering 51 and 3/4. I only just did the one contract. There's 3 stops here. So there'll be 3 places where there will be buyers. That's why it's kind of sticky. Once we scare those buyers away, it should drop down to 47. But if there's not enough supplies, we'll come and tickle the 54/4 again. Okay? Be quick. In and out. Now, in this candle, what you want to do is you want to mark where they sold into it, the top of that candle. So if you're short under 54, that's where your stop should be. There you go, Ramon. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right? Nice. It's a little sticky here. There, the reason why there is buying is you have 1, 2, 3 sets of buyers here. Right? That's why it's hung up. If those stops weren't there, we'd be at 47 already. So why was I short biased? Inventory's long, inventory corrects. That is normal business operations. A little look below and fail of 54. If you're long 55, 56, there's going to be sellers at 57, 58. So just make sure you know that. Make sure you sell into strength. Okay? Sell into strength, my friends. Oh, it's Friday. When I was young, I used to hate Fridays. Now I actually enjoy them. It's kind of cool. Now, here's what happens. If we run out of supply and enough people short here, and if we can get over 59, 60, we'll run back up to 64 on short covering. How are you guys doing in the room? You okay? Good, good. You can understand me? Okay, you're not okay, Moran? What's wrong? It's okay. We all make mistakes. You're having a rough Friday. Just size down. And it happens, some days you trade really well, some days it's really tough. Seller at 58. Yeah, exactly. Choppy at VWAP. Expected to be choppy, right, Jam? We've all had those days. I mean, think of the poor people who are short Intel this morning. Seller at VWAP. Yeah, actually, Jam, where is the previous day POC? Oh, it's all the way down here, isn't it? Wait a minute. Where the hell was the POC? Oh, it's above from yesterday. Huh. Now, this is what I'm talking about. If there's enough people trapped short under 58, 57, they'll start to cover. If the sellers see large buyers, they will lift price. Excuse my voice. They will lift price over 61. Hey, Dave. Good to see you. This is where the inventory is off the open. Let's see if it holds 54. There's 54 quarter. Yeah, keep your size small. If you're getting chopped out, take a break. Look below and fail at 54 quarter again. Well done, Mike. The top of every 1 minute candle is where the sellers initiate. It'll be the same thing on a 30-second candle, David. No change. No matter what time frame you're looking at, the top of the candle is where the sellers initiate and start to compete. If the next 30-second candle, for instance, has a lower top, it means they've moved the offer down because they're running out of customers. Think of it. You and 5 other guys are selling the same product. You're all selling it at $1. Somebody goes 99 cents. All the customers line up in his line. Somebody goes 98 cents. The line moves. Think about it that way. Try and visualize what's happening. It's very, very hard for traders to visualize what's actually going on because all these stupid trading educators tell you that it's random. But it's not. Because there's nothing random about business. Right? Try and visualize selling. Yeah, if there's no competition, price moves up. right? Beautiful, Dave. So, you were driving livestock. If you quoted a company to move their livestock at a certain price and somebody comes and undercuts you, you got to price compete, right? Yeah. How are you supposed to explain to your investors if it was random? Yeah, I lost $400 million this quarter trading for you, but it was random. Well, guess what? You're randomly out of a job. You know? It's a market. Just try and keep that in mind. Try and visualize what's going on, right? Anybody who tells you that this is random has never traded size, and they've never had a client call and scream in their ear and threaten to cut your throat because you missed a fill. Hey, I'll see what's going on. Good to see you, brother. The magic 8 ball. Oh, man. Okay, this is a choppy mess. Choppy, choppy, choppy. How's the coin of bitterness doing? 78,000, eh? Right at my cost basis. Well, that only took a few months. It's like Dave, we're working together on those deals. I put a quote out. Someone can come and undercut my monthly fee, right? That's okay. Will you get the same results? Who knows? What are some practical differences between trading futures and Bitcoin? Oh my God. See, I don't trade Bitcoin. The reason I don't trade Bitcoin is I don't understand the mechanics of trading Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin as a longer term investment, and when it drops to certain levels, I'll add a little bit, hoping that one day the 0 and 1 mafia will make me a millionaire. Who knows, right? But I don't trade Bitcoin because when I look at a Bitcoin chart and I go and look at a 1 minute chart or a 5 minute chart, I find it very hard to trade. Now the the Coinbase one looks much more smoother than the Binance one. Yeah. I just I don't understand the actual mechanism and the mechanics of trading Bitcoin. And I never spent the time learning. Equities I understand, right? Futures I understand. I don't trade CFDs are really, really hard to trade because you're not trading a real market, right? You're trading against the brokerage firm's algo. So it's completely different. They kill you on spreads. I know some people have to because they can't trade anything else, right? But I've never met anyone who's made a lot of money trading CFD because as soon as you start putting on size in CFD, oh my God. I have friends who have lost millions of dollars trading CFDs. You have to trade them a little bit different, and you have to, you kind of have to be like Jesse Livermore, have a few accounts so they don't get to know you. Once they know you're a profitable trader, it's really a pain. Those firms are all bucket shops. Yeah, small size. I mean, most of those CFD shops, they launder money for all sorts of stuff. I mean, they came to me in 2002 and they wanted me to help set up a shop in, I think it was Malta or something like that, but the guys were scary, holy crap. I met with these guys and they were like war criminals, and I was like, no, no, it's okay, man. Don't I can't do this. I'm gonna stay in Vancouver. Not interested. Thank you. No offense. Those shops are owned by some pretty scary people. Yeah, I don't think he even really trades, Tim. That guy is a bit of a scammer. But hey, to each their own, right? You can get people to. Well, let's just say, a lot of people who tout those firms get a cut of your losses, right? That's what they told me. They said, listen, if you get people to sign up into this firm, you'll get a percentage of their losses. So there's different ways to make money. I trade at Amp Futures and Iron Beam. There's a lot of good firms. But hey, man, that's just me, you know. I don't think you can even trade CFDs in the United States. I think they're illegal. I like my orders going to an exchange. Yeah, I never got involved. I never got involved in the CFD thing. Number one, I didn't agree with them. Number two, I don't want to end up wearing cement shoes. Know what I mean? People who run those shops are not to be messed with. They are not to be messed with. It's a little slow. Here we go. Let's see if we can take out these sellers down here. Do I ever hedge trades? No. Is that Ken? Hey, Kenny. No, 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 no. You know why, Ken? I never do the hedging thing because I got a business reason for a trade. You and I should talk. Give me a call next week. I owe you a phone call. I don't hedge because I have a business reason for the trade. For example, if I was short 53, it's because I see a seller, right? If that seller goes away, why would I need to be hedged in another product? It's just too many things to look at and think about. Now, if you're hedging, it assumes that you're trading millions and millions of dollars, right? But for most retail people, you take the trade because there's a business reason. When that business reason goes away, get the hell out of Dodge, right? I like a simple life. You know, I've made it to 58, and I've only died once on the path to 58. I don't need to have another heart attack. I like nice and simple. Oh, there's that 47 I was talking about. Here we go. Breaking 47, we're going to target the 45s and then 42 and 3/4. Yeah, no need to hedge when you're scalping. Either the trade makes sense or it doesn't. This is that inventory correction we've been looking for. A little bit of a bid at 48 Huff. Where do they sell into it? If we can stay under 48, you can stay short till 41. Well, sorry, 42 and 3/4. See you, Mike. Have a great weekend, brother. Yeah, you have to admit being wrong. I take it you're not married, Spill. If you're married, then you're probably quite used to admitting you're wrong all the time, right? There you go. Learn how to admit you're wrong quickly. It really helps in trading. It's okay to be wrong, just don't be wrong and stubborn. We're right in the middle of the zone, that's all you got to bid here at 48. Let's see where they sell into it. 52s. What do I mean exactly? What do you mean? Admit you're wrong quickly? Sure. Michael, I got to get you to come. I think I'm going to need you to come into the trading room, Michael. You ask a lot of good questions. What's holding you back? Sorry, my voice is a bit crap. Right, so say I was short 48 and the market offered above 50. I'm wrong. Get out. Does that make sense? So, okay, I'm short here. My stop is here. It takes out my stop. I'm wrong. Do I add to the short or do I scrap the trade? See, if you came into the room, Mike, we could explain this to you. I have videos, I have workbooks, I have all sorts of crap that I've spent 5, 6 years developing, right? That way I don't have to strain my voice as much either, right? You're a trader. You're not looking for godlike status. You're looking to be right. So if you think there's no supply and you're going long and someone starts, say you buy something at $5 and someone comes and offers it at 4.75. Michael, is your inventory priced properly? Yes, no? You buy something at 5 to sell at 5.50. Someone comes along and puts it on sale at 4.75. You're wrong. Get out. Pretty simple, my friend. Pretty simple. There's something called common sense in trading, right? Market is slow correcting means it's bid. Yeah, it means it's bid. Remember, we have multiple short positions underneath us. It's Friday, right? So if you were a size trader and you were short, wouldn't you want to take some risk off the table just in case something weird happens this weekend? Right? This way you can breathe, right? That's okay, TBD. Just wait for the next trade, my friend. Just wait for the next one. There's always another trade. There's always another trading day. You know? You know, one of the guys at Shadow Trader, Brad, who I really like, he has this saying, some days you're the pigeon, some days you're the statue, right? Don't worry about it. It's just one day. Okay, my friends. Yeah, these weekends, we never know what's going to happen on the weekend, right? Advice to trade this price action? Be quick. Be quick. Admit you're wrong quickly. Don't get greedy. Don't stick your hand in the cookie jar multiple times. Don't overtrade. Just simple common sense. It'll get you a long way. If you can't figure out something, wait for an edge. Don't trade in the middle. All these things you will learn in the trading syndicate. We'll be happy to teach you. Okay, my friends, I think my voice is starting to go again. Inventory, Dark Phantom inventory is above us. Yeah, I'm not going to overdo it, Jam. Thanks. Thanks, everyone. I got to hop. I got to save the voice. Hopefully next week I'll be on for a little bit longer. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Hey, you know what? Come into the trading room. It's free for 3 days. I'll be around on the weekend. You can ask me questions. I'll be happy to help out. Worst case scenario, you pay 19 bucks, right? I promise you, I'll teach you how to make some money in a simple, uncomplicated, practical way. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience this week. Really appreciate it while I've been sick. I will see you bright and early Monday morning. Stay out of trouble, trade from the edge, and have a great and safe weekend. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye for now.